Welcome back. You're still watching the conversation coming to you from TV360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Nelson Ekujimi, and I say with me in the studio, Comrade Alhaji Razak Kolade Lokoba, popularly called RKO. Comrade Lokoba, just last week, the Edo State Gubernatorial Election Petition Tribunal gave its judgment. Before that judgment, a day or two, we saw some persons come out with a fake judgment of that of a tribunal. I would say it's the Edo. They labeled it the Edo governorship election tribunal, and we saw in the decision of the tribunal unanimously the 3 petitions by the petitioners were dismissed. The one that really intrigued me was the one by the People's Democratic Party, where the party alleged electoral, irregularities. And in pushing forward its case before the tribunal said the petitioner never produced one witness
as an evidence.
Because it is not enough for you to put down a document. Somebody must have been the maker of that document. It's just like what happened in 2023. You saw that the Presidential Election Tribunal, as well as the Supreme Court, the Presidential Election Tribunal was even very magnanimous to even inform Nigerians that this petitioner, which was the Labour Party, claimed to have deployed 133,000 party agents, but not one agent was, produced to come and corroborate its allegation, and not even one result. When you say,
that's why, you see, we have to keep. This is what we are doing, educating Nigerians that court is not about emotion.
At all, it's about facts.
Even if you have your case, you must go and establish it.
Yes, absolutely.
If you cannot establish with evidence, you will lose. That's why at times they say, judge, they will enter paradise. So. Because
once they are doing the right thing.
Because after God created us as Muslims, we were told that there are angels on our side, recording the good and the bad that we have done. These are witness. That's even God, though. Even with that angel, he knows what you are doing. So, and those angels are collecting evidence. The day we do this, the day he did that, he's collecting it. That's in the
spiritual realm.
That's spiritual realm, so that you won't get there and say that I didn't go there. Angel that will record you will show you that what do you know I didn't go there.
On Monday,
so
January 1.
It's not about emotion. You must go and prove, and on the basis of that emotion, Nigerians will be passing their own judgment. We know.
And judiciary is biased. Once the judgment does not align with their thinking,
Nigerians should move away from that kind of attitude. You see, we are advancing by the day, and we can't become comic to the rest of the world all the time. If they want to laugh, come and see the way they run Nigeria. They will start seeing example of issues like this. You can't prove that. This is what you have said. This is the evidence. You can't do that, and you expect that on the basis of that election that people, about over 1 million people took part, should just be set aside. No, where is that done? See,
and again, Comrade Lokoba, let us also inform our viewers that the Electoral Act stipulates that the election must be conducted in substantial compliance.
Yes,
it didn't say total because it recognizes human, challenges. So if an is like in our school when we go to in our examination, if you score 70 and somebody scores 95, it is still the same A1.
Yes,
so you are not expected to score 100.
Yes. So it's important for the political class, which I kept clamoring this. In their usual character again.
Is it only the political class?
They went to town.
They are not the ones. What about those on social media?
They are inspired now. They have their key. They are launched, but they were launched to be doing that. Because someone is right. They will have the offer. I agree with you. Some of these people are not even party people. They just on emotional basis.
Yes.
And it is important for us to demonstrate that we went to school now. We acquire academic education. For us not to know that this is the attitude of political class. If they had won that election based on the outcome of the tribunal, they have set aside the election. INEC should have become the best institution in Nigeria. Because At times, I don't even read some headlines again. Once I see the line, I don't read the content again because I know what they want to say. That this is the issue. So, for the people of Edo, we have to rejoice with them.
Absolutely.
That it came out on
It's
time.
an affirmation of the will of the people.
Yes.
And again, let me also tell you this, Omelokoba. I was having a discussion with somebody, and it was like, do you know what happened? No, the judges. I said, look, my friend, I was on the field in Edo, and
Yes,
let us also tell our viewers, elections are guided by laws. The role of the judiciary is to interpret if the electoral umpire has complied with the law. Election takes place at the polling stations. If there's electoral malpractice, it is at the polling station you establish it.
Yes.
If you cannot establish, because that's the only place where voting takes place.
So you don't have to go to court.
Yes, that's the only. Yes.
There's no point going to the court.
It is at the polling station. That's the only place where voting takes place. At the ward level is collation.
So everything you want to say, if you cannot get the evidence from the scene of voting.
Of the voting.
No,
how do you say? They don't commit electoral malpractice at the ward level. They add a ward is made up of so many polling stations. Ward polling station 1, polling station 2, 3, 4. They will be writing it. Party A got 10.
I know in most cases.
And they had it.
In most cases, they will say at the collation center something went wrong. You will now say if something went wrong, your agent did not complete right from the polling unit. Even at the ward collation center, you have an agent there. That's what I'm saying.
And your agent signs.
So it is difficult for the court to now see all this error and still say that what you are saying is correct. Judiciary will not say that.
And you know there's this
no matter the kind of loyalty and commitment or partisanship of the judiciary, they can't do that.
And there's this maxim in law that the court must be convinced beyond reasonable doubt.
Beyond
reasonable doubt.
Even at the level of beyond, let's limit it even to the maximum doubt. Beyond maximum doubt. You have not convinced the court. Not to talk of beyond.
Yes.
So you bring issues. So for us, our democracy is evolving gradually because then many of us were also part of that view that no, this election cannot go. Before the election, go and look at the campaign of party A. It was so popular, can he lose an election? This is a popular perception in the past. But today, people get to the specifics. So we know that coming to rally is sponsored though. But on election, the result will be different. People now begin to interrogate that. No, it doesn't mean that he has won the election. On the election, did they come? And even some party may be popular. But all what it takes to convene his people to go and ensure that his supporters came to, they will now lose that election and say that no, their members were harassed, they were bought over.
No, Comrade Okoba, you know what also intrigues me?
We see so many funny things
as members of civil society. When we go to observe election is that a party that didn't have party polling agents will come out and say we were robbed. And you ask, how did you get the information that you were robbed? Who is your witness to confirm that you don't have party agents? I remember we were in Kogi.
You only have the office of certain political parties in Abuja. That's all. You can't see their office anywhere again. And they will do a line with major political parties that say, as you were also robbed.
And like late Chief MQ Abiola used to say, can a man be robbed where he's not present?
Yes.
You cannot be robbed where you are not present. You can't shave a man's head in his absence.
So we'll continue the engagement and advocacy.
So people joining them to run down our judiciary, to run down INEC.
Emotion cannot.
Yes. I always tell people, if you are going to support
set our emotion aside.
Those were part of the things when suspended Governor Fubara was taking those acts of illegality.
Yes.
We're like, who will stop this man, this rampaging bull?
So when the consequences come,
they are now crying everywhere.
They got emotional. It was not guided.
The situation had not degenerated. You are under law. The only person that can determine if a situation had gotten to the level of declaration of emergency is the president. Go and read our constitution.
It's the president.
And some persons are even saying the president should not have suspended, that there's no way it is written in the constitution. The same constitution says the president shall deploy extraordinary measures. Go and read and try to understand the meaning of it. Extraordinary does not have a specific meaning. It means the circumstances. The framers of the constitution recognize that the circumstances for declaration of emergency cannot be specifically tied to one angle.
So judgment has come to stay. The people of Edo,
the people
I congratulate you. You need to give your governor the tool to work. One of the tools is this legitimacy from the tribunal.
Yes.
So let the
people gave their legitimacy, and the court has affirmed it.
So let him say the ball rolling.
Yes. Once again, on the conversation, we congratulate Governor Monday Okpebholo for his victory at the courts, which was an affirmation of his victory garnered at the polls in Edo State. And we just we also congratulate the people of Edo State that their voices, which was captured with their votes during the gubernatorial election, has also been affirmed by the court. Those who went to the election tribunal and lost, if they are still aggrieved, they have the court of appeal to run to. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we want to call it a wrap on the conversation today. We've had a beautiful conversation on these two topics. We talked about the trade war, as well as the 2024 Edo State gubernatorial election petition tribunal judgments. This is where we'll call it a wrap today. Till we come your way again next time, please continue to watch the conversation on TV 360. Have a great day, and bye-bye.